You guys can't see it, but I'm smiling. I know it's an audio only show. A lot has transpired since the last update. So, President Trump, in a post this morning over on Truth Social, has doubled down on his support of Elon Musk's DOGE reforms. He posted in all caps: Elon is doing a great job, but I would like to see him get more aggressive. Remember, we have a country to save, but ultimately to make greater than ever before. MAGA. We have a country to save. Again, in all caps, saying he would like Elon to get even more aggressive with his reform of the government. And so that puts to bed any speculation that Trump has been turned off by how outspoken and aggressive Musk has been so far. And it's weird. I get this daily news update from USA Today. And the most recent email I got from them, the headline was How to Protect Your Data. How to Protect Your Data and Finances from Elon Musk's DOGE. These people have no credibility left. These people in the corporate media who are funded by USAID and who are covering up just total corruption and theft of the American taxpayer. The mass theft of the American people through agencies like USAID, which at the same time it was robbing us, was incredibly paying thousands of journalists to say whatever they wanted to be said. And the implications of this, if you really look out far enough, the implications are pretty scary. That you had journalists who were funded by the federal government writing opinion pieces about how Pizzagate's not real and human trafficking is not an issue, and the federal government should keep cannabis illegal. It's like, wait a second, you're scribes funded by the feds, and you're saying the feds should keep cannabis illegal, and you're saying the FDA is doing a great job, and you're saying Fauci is doing a great job. And these aren't just your personal opinions. You're literally funded by the federal government. And the taxpayer did not know until Elon Musk came out with this stuff. And again, anybody saying, where's the evidence? He's posting it all online, doge.gov. You can look through this stuff yourself. But again, as of Saturday morning, the president doubling down on his support of what Musk is doing. And again, the media, instead of covering these scandalous programs that are being shut down, instead of covering all the contracts that are being revealed on doge.gov, they're playing this weird inversion where how to protect your data from Elon Musk. No, unless you are siphoning hundreds of millions of dollars out of the U.S. economy by way of fraudulent USAID contracts, you don't have to worry about Musk looking into your finances. Again, it's a weird inversion that people in D.C. like Senator Chuck Schumer and Representative Adam Schiff are the people terrified of all this transparency that's occurring. They're the ones terrified, and they want their supporters, they want their constituents, they want the average citizen to be scared too. Sort of like how if you have a dog, you know that dogs kind of mimic the mood of their owners at times, right? So if you get an email and it's some unexpected bill, you might furl your brow, and at the same time, your dog might suddenly get upset. And your dog doesn't really know why, but he's just mirroring your behavior. He's just mirroring your mindset and mood. And here, these elites in DC, like Chuck Schumer and whoever writes this garbage at USA Today, whatever owned shill writes this complete garbage, they think that the average person who's just trying to get by and just trying to live their life is actually scared that their name's going to come up, that Elon Musk is going to come after them. Totally nonsensical. And again, it's an inversion. The people in control are scared. The people at outlets like USA Today and the Associated Press, they're scared. And so they're saying to the average person who has nothing to lose from all this reform and much to gain in terms of getting your country back and in terms of knowing that your money is no longer being completely wasted, that you should actually be the ones who are upset. What a fail. I mean, just to use the media as some operational perch, what an absolute fail. And so Musk responded to the president's vote of confidence this morning in him. Let me bring up his response, as that just came out. He said, "Will do, Mr. President," and he posted the screenshot of that post from Trump saying, "Remember, we have a country to save. Will do, Mr. President." So these reforms and the outing of all this wasted spending, all this wasteful spending, it's only going to increase. And since the last update, Kash Patel has been made director of the FBI. He got the votes and was confirmed. And so he's now in there. And Attorney General Bondi is also now in there. And she said on a Fox interview that the Jeffrey Epstein list of clients is right on her desk, that it's on her desk, and it's something that Trump has said should be a priority for this administration. So I assume that this information is going to come out in the days ahead. And I assume that some of these people are going to be arrested. I don't think all of them, because there's a statute of limitations that probably protects a number of these individuals because it happened so long ago. A lot of these Epstein things were decades ago. But I think some people will go down, and I think there will be some accountability. I don't know how much. But again, we've got an FBI director who's a truther and a Bitcoin holder. Think about what a difference that is from the previous guy. The previous guy was an owned shill who thought everything the federal government did was sacred and perfect. And we've got a guy now, this Mr. Patel, who's been making the rounds for the last couple of years on the Big Truth podcast and talking about how the Federal Reserve is a scam and how he owns Bitcoin. Guy apparently owns Bitcoin. So I don't think the government's going to continue to villainize ownership of things like Bitcoin and gold when the current FBI director has been on podcasts explaining why the Federal Reserve is a private money monopoly and a scam. So I don't want to read too much into any of this stuff, and we're just going to cover it as it happens. I know there's no one closer to the action than us, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And tell the rest of the world that we're back here on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, actually telling people what's going on. Again, not this weird inversion like USA Today is trying to do, where average people should be scared of Elon Musk's reforms. Why would you be scared? Why would you be scared of absolute filth like adult male medical circumcision getting millions of dollars and transgender operas in Colombia getting millions of dollars and Arabic language Sesame Street getting millions of dollars and all kinds of weirdness that we never signed off on, experiments on transgendering animals? I don't know why the federal government was so obsessed with tranifying everything. But it is what it is. This is what's coming out. This is the weirdness that's coming out now. And it's apparently so unjustifiable. This stuff is apparently so bad that the media actually won't talk about any of these things. USA Today isn't mentioning medical male circumcision, that's where our tax money was going. Instead, they're saying you should be scared of what Elon Musk is going after. You should be scared because your masters are scared. Be a good little doggy and be scared alongside them. No. What a fail. How pathetic that these people in the media were literally paid by the government to go against right-wing ideas and to smear Trump and to link him to Russia and to prevent people from adopting cryptocurrency when other countries are now way ahead of us in terms of their crypto literacy. How sad. And then all the articles about how owning gold is silly. Well, now we know these were literally scribes of the federal government. What a constitutional crisis this becomes. Again, the people in the media saying never legalize cannabis and big pharma is good and gold bugs are weirdos. These people are literally funded by the government. Such a violation of the First Amendment, such a perversion of what free speech is supposed to be about. So anyway, we got 4 years to unpack all this stuff. And if you're someone who's shrieking right now because, you can't handle it, this is just the very beginning. This is not even the prologue of the movie. And you think about how much Trump has done already. It's only been 1 month since he was inaugurated. So hang on, buckle up. And again, spread the word that we're over here doing these updates because I don't see a lot of people covering what's actually coming out. These contracts are absolutely ridiculous. And every time one of them is canceled, effectively taxpayers are saving millions of dollars. And so if Trump is successful enough with this, he actually could turn around and give people a tax holiday or possibly get rid of the IRS altogether. His Commerce Secretary has said that's actually Trump's goal, that his goal is actually to abolish the IRS. Now, I don't know if he'll be successful or not, but again, if he can turn around and show the American people and show Congress, look, we're bringing in enough money from things like tariffs that we don't need to tax people anymore. Hey, anything is possible, right? And no stimulus would be greater than letting the American people keep their own hard-earned money for once. Even if it's just a tax holiday, even if it's just a 1-year extension for everybody. I think there's there's actually a lot of merit to those ideas at this point. Because again, the corruption being outed is so unjustifiable and is so outrageous that these newspapers can't actually tell you what contracts are being canceled. They can't actually tell you what Elon Musk is tweeting about all day. Instead, they have to say that you should be scared of these reforms. When no, it's people like Chuck Schumer and people like Adam Schiff, and of course, Nancy Pelosi, the great insider trader, one of the greatest traders of our generation. It's people like Nancy Pelosi who stand to lose a lot, not people like you and me. Link in profile or link in description will go to the newsletter if you want to sign up. Great way to support what I do and what we do here at Fulcrum. We've gotten a couple of big sponsorship offers for the YouTube channel, and I appreciate both the companies that reached out. One of them is quite well known. You guys would recognize it if I said it. We're actually not going to accept any sponsors right now. I think about how shows like Rogan's would have probably taken off much faster if he didn't have to talk about nutritional supplements and stuff for the first 10 minutes of the show. And we just want this information to get out there. You know, I don't need to make a buck from this stuff. We don't have to pull every dollar off the proverbial strip club floor of life. You know, this is important information. We want it to come out in a way that's concise and accurate as it unfolds. And so that's the purpose of this show, is just to cover what's happening in DC as it actually happens. And so if you want to support, the best way to do that is probably to add your email address to the newsletter. But short of that, just enjoy and spread the word. And again, we're not going to accept any sponsorships at this time. And I appreciate the companies that have reached out. But no, I think we're just going to do things right. Thank you guys so much, and you'll hear from us next week.
You're listening to Fulcrum News, real news from America and around the world. FulcrumNews.com/subscribe to get our premium membership and updates via email.